Hey everybody, Mr. D back again. Today we're going to do another reading activity. This is one of Connie approved books called Violet the Pilot. Okay, her inventions will take her sky high. So this has like a lot of things that Connie likes. Number one, she likes to help a friend. Number two, she doesn't like it when people are mean. And number three, she's pretty creative. So if you really concentrate on Violet in this book, you'll definitely know some things that Connie likes as well. But we're also going to talk about something that we've been working on lately about being able to tell details in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end of a story. And we're going to make something today that you can also make at home with any of the books that you have to help you with your reading skills and to just get better and to be able to retell a story using good details. So here we go. This is called Violet the Pilot. There's Violet. Everyone in town knew that Violet Van Winkle was a little different. For starters, she and her parents lived in an odd-looking house next to the junkyard her father imagined. And while other girls were playing with dolls and tea sets, Violet played with monkey wrenches and needle-nose pliers. Violet was a mechanical genius. By the time she was 2, she could fix almost any broken appliance in the house. By 4, she could take apart a grandfather clock and completely reassemble it. Since she didn't have any friends aside from her dog, Orville, she would spend hours tinkering with things from the yard. Violet's parents were very proud of her, although they weren't too happy the time she put a lawnmower engine on her cousin's tricycle. Ah! Her parents couldn't believe their eyes when they saw Violet zoom by for the first time. They were a little worried in the beginning, but they quickly saw that she was a pretty good pilot. Careful not to hit the house, Violet's father would say. And put on a sweater, her mother would add. Violet used anything she could find in the junkyard to make her wonderful contraptions. There was the tub bubbler, and the bicycopter, and the rocket can, the pogo plane, the slide glider, and the wigamajig, to name a few. Violet's engineering was pretty sound. The only real hazards were tall trees, piles of junk in the yard, and bugs in her teeth. Kids at school would see Violet eating lunch alone and make fun of her strange books and greasy coveralls. Claude and Claude Mulrooney were especially obnoxious. Brutal. Then one day, Violet noticed a poster in the drugstore window. Air Show, October 20th, it read. That's only 2 weeks away, Violet thought. Can kids fly in the show? Is homemade aircraft allowed? That night, Violet sat in her room thinking about the air show. She knew it would be a good feeling if one of her planes won a prize, and maybe then the kids at school would be more nice to her. Violet pictured exactly where she would hang her blue ribbon. She and Orville spent the next day combing the junkyard for just the right materials. When they had collected a giant pile of stuff, the building began. One day, the Mulrooney twins happened to pass by. Look, it's that girl from school, one of them said. What are you doing, weirdo? I'm building an airplane, she told them. The twins exploded in laughter, then mumbled something mean as they walked away. Orville barked at the boys, but Violet went back to her project. Take it easy, buddy, she said. We're too busy to worry about them. Finally, after days of hard work, Violet had finished making her flying machine. She named the magnificent new craft the Hornet. Wait till the people in the grandstand see me flying this, Violet said to Orville. The test flight was a success. Ah. On the day of the air show, Violet took off, bursting with excitement. Her parents' faces beamed with pride when they wished her luck, and she thought about that as she flew in the clear autumn sky. She calculated that the trip would take about 20 minutes. She would arrive just in time for the start of the show. Suddenly, something caught Violet's eye. In the river, a group of people were waving frantically. Violet lowered her altitude to get a better look. It was a troop of Boy Scouts who had run into trouble while canoeing. Violet knew she had to help, and fast. It wasn't easy rescuing all the boys, but Violet piloted the Hornet with careful precision. Saving the scoutmasters going over the falls was particularly dangerous. Violet dropped the grateful scouts off at the hospital. Then she checked her watch. 3:30, she said to Orville sadly. We missed an air show. She turned the plane toward home and sighed. It was a miserable feeling. That evening, Violet had no appetite for dinner. She just went upstairs and sat on her bed. All of a sudden, she heard lots of people outside the house. She and Orville went to the window and discovered that a crowd of people had gathered. Somebody spotted her. There's Violet, the boy shouted jubilantly. There's our hero. Van Winkle stepped outside, squinting from all the flashbulbs that were popping. The press, the mayor, the fire and police chiefs, even kids and teachers from school had all learned of the rescue that day and had come to praise her. Young lady, please accept this Medal of Valor as a token of our gratitude and esteem, said the mayor, and he gave Orville a new collar with a license that read, Canine Hero. From that day, Violet's parents let her fly wherever she wanted to, but her mom still made her wear a sweater. So, Violet's Pilot, pretty cool book. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to make what's known as a brochure. Okay? This is a brochure right here. Now, obviously, it looks like a little folded up piece of paper, but it's a lot more than that. So, what you're going to do first is I have it like this. Okay? I'm going to fold one end in about a little more than halfway over, make a nice fold. Then I'm going to take the other side, fold that over. So now I have 3 creases. And that's going to be my cover. Okay? Now, the cover is going to be where the title goes. So I'm going to put down Violet the Pilot. Okay, let me do that real quick. Can get my marker. Okay. I'm going to write it out. I can look right at the book. It's right there for you. So it's always good to copy you can copy the words down to help you. Okay. Violet the Pilot. And I'm going to draw like, a really happy girl. And then like an airplane. Okay, so, obviously my drawing is not the best right there, but there's Violet the Pilot. There's the happy girl with the airplane. But, I'm trying my best. Now, inside, though, is where it is the brochure. There's 3 pieces of information that we want to get. One side's going to have a B, okay, for beginning. One side's going to have an M for the middle, and the other side's going to have an E for the end. And what you would do is you draw something that happened in the beginning that was cool, and you write down why you drew it, why you picked that detail. Then you pick a detail from the middle, you write a detail here, and then you pick a detail from the end, and then you write a detail right there. So beginning, middle, end, activity. So for me, I would say in the beginning, when Violet was a kid, she liked to take apart that grandfather clock. I remember that from the book. Write down. She was very creative as a baby. Then in the middle, I would say she went and picked up all the junk to create her plane, or she wanted the blue ribbon. That's another detail for the middle. And in the end, I would say she saved the Boy Scouts and was a hero. Okay, and so she didn't get what she wanted, but eventually she turned out to be a hero. So that's one way to make reading a little bit more interesting at home, where you can make a beginning, middle, end brochure to help you out understand the books a little bit more. So just another activity you can do at home. Hopefully it's something you can enjoy. Again, I hope you guys are all doing great at home, and just try and enjoy every day as much as you can. because that's what we're doing here. We're doing a lot of learning, but we're also having a lot of good family time as well. So same to you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Talk soon. See ya.